There's something about your spirit. I saw a bear and a serpent. The spiritual meaning to a bear, it encompasses a lot of key themes, y'all. It says the strength and courage, okay? It's talking about your strength and your courage. Bears symbolize raw power. So ancestors talking about your raw power and your resilience and encouraging individuals. So you're definitely encouraging others. And there's something about your power that encourages others to stand tall and face the challenges with confidence. There's something that you do with your energy here. Okay, not only did I see the bear spirit, it talks about the protection and the nurturing of the bear that you're doing right now. It also represents guardianship. So it seems to me that you have a spiritual leader, a spiritual role here of where you are directing others, okay? You're delegating others, okay? Guardianship, okay? Guardianship, reminding us to take care of ourselves, to garden your own body, your own vessel, your own mind here, and others, to create safe spaces for growth and for healing here. Inner strength, it also teaches us about our own inner strength and urging us to embrace vulnerability while standing firm in our truth. Let me say that again for those who think that showing your vulnerability is a sign of weakness, okay? It says the bear teaches us about our own inner strength and courage, urging us to embrace vulnerability while standing in our truth, standing firm in our truth, okay? Introspection and reflection in bears are often associated with hibernation, symbolizing the importance of rest and self-discovery, which can lead to personal growth and renewal, okay? So there's some renewal energy that is still coming to the collective, okay? It says that you are in a leadership role at where you are, and that's why I've seen the spirit animals. Bear guides us in leadership roles, teaching us to act with wisdom and inspire others. Okay, so that's what I wanted to receive and tell others. Okay, there's something that we need to look deeper regarding this untamed spirit that you have. Okay, there's a reason why they're trying to tame your spirit here. Okay. What else I need to know, ancestors? Ooh, I feel like I want to... Ooh, acid reflux. So let's get that down. Let's speak truth here, okay? Let's speak nothing but truth, ancestors. What do you have for the ancestors? Ancestors, what do you have for the collective? About this untamed spirit that people need to look at, that people are trying to tame. Okay, ancestors talking about financial worry. Okay, yeah, they're trying to tame your spirit through financial worry here. Okay, lack of completion. They want you to be worried about everything. I said that once before. Okay, we're talking about the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the World in reverse. Okay, they're trying to tame your spirit through having you to be financially worried or to be greedy. They're trying to have you to corrupt yourself here. Okay, they don't want you to be able to complete anything here. Okay, they don't want you to have the vision to complete anything here. 5 of Cups, honey. They want you to be at a loss. Okay, 5 of Cups. That's what they want you. Yep. This is how they're trying to tame the spirits of many, okay? They're like, oh, we're going to get them in check. How are we going to get them in check? Attack their finances. Attack their jobs, okay? Attack their stability here, okay? What else do we need to know, ancestors, about them having, them trying to tame the spirit of many and their antics and tactics of trying to, okay? Ancestors are talking about the 7 of Cups. Illusions. They're trying to do it through illusions. What are these illusions that honey, that the least send? Okay. All right. We're talking about triumph, honey. Recognize the illusions. Okay. Recognize. Okay. It's all in your mind. I heard it's all in your mind. So tell me something about this 7 of Cups. Okay. That people are, oh, wow. Ancestors said you need to recognize the illusions. What do they need to recognize within inside these illusions, ancestors? Okay. Talking about, yeah. Y'all need to recognize the illusions and need to move so you can move on from them, okay? Ancestors over talking about obstacles. Yep. There's so many illusions regarding these obstacles, honey. So let's talk about it. What are the illusions within these obstacles, ancestors? Okay, talking about, yeah. And ancestors was over here by themselves. Okay, so it seems to me that your spirit team is trying to help you. Okay, God, it seems to me, one thing I'm sorry I keep getting out of this trance, ancestors, but one thing I'm getting is every single time that we're just walking around on this earth, I feel like there's always angels standing around waiting, okay? They're waiting, okay, for us, okay, to ask for help, to ask for assistance here. I always had that feeling, though. I've always had that feeling that I was being watched, always, okay? But anyway, keep going through this reading here. They're saying that these obstacles that y'all are having, y'all lack foresight. There's so many illusions that's regarding these obstacles here, okay, that people are trying to transition from, okay? All right, but there's something that they fail to recognize here. What you fail to recognize is a big key part that is going to help you to move away or transition from these obstacles here, okay? The ancestors is over here by themselves, honey. They're over here just standing around, okay, sending you these beacons, sending you these signs, okay? It seems to me when a blessing is present, so is sin, okay? And when I say sin of many, okay? So is greed, so is envy, so is deceptive energy, so is lies. Thank you. Confirmation on my phone, okay? Four of Pentacles over here talking about possess, okay? What do they possess? They possess the energy that they want to move forward. So your soul possesses the energy that they want to move forward, okay, to be free. There's a lot of energies that want to move away from that. They want to move away from these obstacles and be free from all obstacles, okay? Yeah, and they want to be free. Okay, this is what ancestors are saying. Okay, but there's something that's going on with how they're trying to tame your spirit, okay? Wow, the way it flipped, honey. Helicopter, honey. Honey, helicopter. And what I need to know about this Ace of Cups of love, overflowing of emotions, okay? Seems to me a lot of people are overflowing and are very emotional about what, okay? They're very emotional about these obstacles that they're having here. Yeah, they're very emotional about these friends, okay, that they have obstacles with. Okay, and the obstacles that they have within these communities, okay? All right, these obstacles that now they used to celebrate with these friends, but now they have obstacles with these friends now, okay? This is what ancestors are sitting over talking about. People are very over emotional about this because of now, wow. Sorry, y'all. I was hearing that too. These friends that you rock with now, they all have obstacles. Okay, I kind of lost my footing here. So get me back on track, ancestors. The Knight of Wands talking about action. Okay, causing them to act to what? Okay, but it's talking about act or be in that nostalgic energy. Okay, so being over emotional. Okay, I heard engaging with the obstacles. Engaging with the obstacles that you have created. So the obstacles that you have created within this community with these friends, honey, that is bringing in all these obstacles. Now people are over emotional about the obstacles that they have here. Okay, that is putting them in this energy of nostalgic energy. Okay, so it's a continuum, a space-time continuum. A continuous cycle of those overflowing of feelings being brought back into play. Okay, all right. What else do I need to know, ancestors? Okay. About this tamed spirit. Okay. Untamed spirit. And how they're trying to tame the spirit of many energies. Okay. Ancestors is over here. What I need to know about the ancestors, honey. And I'm sorry, ancestors. I just got you over here, honey. Forgive me. So, ancestors, you're standing over here. And what do I need to know from you, ancestors? Whoop, thank you. Ancestors over here talking about, honey, intuition, talking about this adventure, okay? The ancestors want you to connect to your intuition regarding the adventure that you're on. Okay, regarding your charm, regarding your energy here. Okay, if they're talking about your charm, they're talking about the laws of attraction. Okay, they're trying to get you to connect to your intuition so they can tell you what kind of adventure you're on and what kind of attraction you're attracting to your energy. What your energy is attracting others. Okay, pay attention to the laws of attraction and what you're attracting to your energy, to your life. Okay, and that's what ancestors are saying. High priestess energy, the secrets and the mystery to your adventure is through your intuition here. Okay, if you want to know about your charm and how you are charming others through your energy, what your energy is truly carrying, you need to connect to your intuition here, because there's some competition energy. There's some disagreements here. Okay, that y'all need to recover from. Seems to me that a lot of energies over here. Okay, whether friends, community, people that you celebrated with. Okay, that are on this adventure, okay, but are definitely they're illusioned by their adventure. They're illusioned by the obstacles on their adventure because of the friends, okay, because of the friends that they celebrated with that brought in and helped them bring in these obstacles now, okay, and now all of them are lacking foresight, yet and still they are wanting to move forward and be free from these obstacles here. But they need to think about think about how they're over emotional about certain people in this community and certain places and spaces that bring trauma, okay, and certain things that brought in celebration but now are bringing in trauma, okay. Ancestors are talking about you need to pay attention to your emotions, pay attention to what you are over emotional about, okay, that is causing you to act, that is causing you to move, okay. It is causing a cycle. It's causing you to birth and rebirth, a continuous cycle of the same shit, of the same energy. You're still in the same energy because you keep on wanting to burst the same cycle and want a different outcome. You're not going to get a different outcome. You keep birthing the same thing because you're still sitting in that same energy. The ancestor said this is why you need to connect to your intuition, okay? Because you and your energy is at odds. They're at odds with each other. And this might not go for many, but this might go for a lot, okay? And I'm just saying, okay, 5 of Wands, and it says the Fool. Okay, so y'all want to take a new leap with old energy, says what ancestors. Y'all want to take a leap with competition energy, with disagreement energy, with rivalry energy within inside of your vessel. Okay, you're still disagreeing with yourself when you come up against other people. And I say up against, come in connection with. Okay, and y'all feel like y'all coming up against another energy because you are feeling challenged. You feel like your authority, your inner authority is being challenged. Your femininity is being challenged. Your masculinity is being challenged. Your intellect is being challenged here. And this is what ancestors keep on telling me right now. And y'all wanting to take this new leap and have new beginnings, but there's something that you need to be honest with yourself about. Be honest with yourself. Okay? Because God said, I can't give you this new beginning if you keep on denying yourself this new beginning because you're not even accepting who you are. You're not accepting none of these friendships that you once celebrated with, and now y'all done brought in so many obstacles, and now y'all at odds with each other, and you still don't want to take your accountability. You're still lacking a lot of foresight of how to move and groove past those obstacles. It's because you can't even move and groove past the obstacles that you refuse to move through. So God is telling you to go back. That's what God is basically telling you to do. And people do that. They come back and they try to make it right with you. And even though you're not ready to make it right, you don't know what type of journey that person is on. That person's journey done started and they trying to come back and make it right with you. And however you left it with them, they tried their best and they moved on. And now you're left with the shit. Well, they tried. And I just wasn't, I was so mad I didn't want to see it. I was still mad at them. I still held them accountable. But you wasn't accountable for the fact that they come and apologize to you. And they tried to make it right. But you wasn't ready to make it right. Okay? So now they're left with the baggage. That's what you do. Divine feminine, divine masculine. You leave people where they got you messed up at. Even if they saw you as being vulnerable by coming back to them, okay, and asking for forgiveness. Trying to make it right. Here. Whew. And then this one's talking about King of Swords, clarity. They want to have a new beginning, but yet and still, honey, their authority lacks clarity here. Their inner authority lacks clarity here. Their authority needs to think clearly about the direction that they're moving in. And you need to make sure that you know the authority of oneself. It seems to me a lot of other people's authority is getting mixed up with the authority of oneself. And you need to find yourself inside of all that chaos. Everybody didn't try to move you in a direction in your life of where you wasn't ready to move in that direction, but it's something that stuck to you. Okay, that stuck to you, a piece of somebody. That's why they say go back and retrieve those hidden parts, those hidden keys from them people, them places, and those things that got you messed up. It got you so messed up, you messed yourself up. The disruption, it disrupted your harmony. Okay, y'all. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to leave it right there. Thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your comments. They mean so much to me. Okay, they do. Hit the like, hit the bell, select all. Hey, join the team. I would love to have you here on Uncovering the Truth Oracle. I will definitely be back with another one. Until next time, y'all. Peace.